6 hits. And I can't click either. Well, this run is a disaster. 6 auto attacks to kill the zombie, dude. Let's go next. Sub, claw, rather, sorry. Sub. 6 attacks to kill a zombie, dude. Come on, focus. Did you guys see that? Oh, that was a big hit.
Hoping, growing, evolving, almost silently. Evolving.
Dub Swen. Nice. Nice. Bada bim ba bum badum bada budum. Is gonna be useful. It's pretty slow what we did here, but we have an axe. We have, for the most part, stuff that we need. Actually gonna put these, I think, over here. Oh, there we go. For the most part, we have stuff that we need. I can put Leap Slam with faster attacks in here, momentum, later. Pretty good. Welcome back, everybody. How are you doing, boys? Okay. A lot of time wasted in the beginning, but we had the good items in the beginning, at least. Or can you imagine all of these with actually white sockets? Oof. That's gonna be beautiful. Such a beautiful sight to see. Man, she's actually gonna run me down, I think. I actually need to take her down. Three minutes, 20 seconds. Seem better for sure. It's playable though. We're ramping. But that's a lot of raws. That's a lot of raws, bro. Iron Ring full drop. Okay. I need to make this smaller. There we go. Kinda low on XP. Kinda low on XP though, it's only level 3.5. Not here. Damn it. Not here, dude. Fat finger this one, boys. The thing is I need to hit level 4 in here to get Quicksilver. Two chromes. Okay, that's my level 4. These guys over here. basically. Kind of want that. Okay, here's the Mr. Crabman. Seen better layouts. What's up, Dante? Hello. Dude, this looks like some disgusting dead end. It freaking is. Oh my! That is freaking crazy, bro. Who made this? Okay, that's alchemy orb. That's nice. Who made this freaking layout, bro? This layout was made in hell. Another iron. Okay. These are acceptable circumstances. No, I mean, I don't even freaking know. I've never seen more cursed layout in flooded depths. Where am I even going? Here? No, it's another dead end. Just kill me, dude. And the super boss is pretty strong. Alright, what do we got here? Not bad, but not great either, but not bad. Killing those guys probably a waste of time. Okay, these were far from perfect depths here, but you know what? Sometimes we get better layouts, sometimes we get worse. It is what it is. Having Frostbink at this point would have been freaking amazing. I'm not gonna lie to you necessarily. I don't know what's going on. There's some crazy dessing here. That's fine. Transmutation, nice. How many transmutes do we have? I think 2. Orb of Chance. There's some freaking full drops, boys. I'm losing. I'm maximizing my RNG now, so that I'm gonna have the shittiest RNG of all time on the league start. I kind of want to do it. I kind of want to run again. I'm running again, boys. Maybe that's a mistake. Maybe that's a mistake. I kind of want to run again. I'm gonna lie, like, it's been a while since I've been this excited before league start. I don't know why. Maybe it's because like recent leagues we didn't like play that much. Maybe that's why. Maybe these Legion unique items. Holy smokes, these are shy. These are excited. I'm getting excited when I'm thinking about them. Nothing good in here, I don't think. Oh, it costs 1 transmute. This one also? That's useful. I don't think this is the right direction. Oh! Please tell me I'm going. Oh, thank Lord. Yeah, I have to kill this thing, I think. Nice full drop there. It's not a great helmet, but will do. Wow, this nest was so far away. Fish scale gauntlets. That could have been a nice item to pick up. It's too late. This way? Okay, this way. We're looking okay. So far we have Rustic Sage, the lowest possible roll though. But we don't have any transmute, any currency whatsoever. Any currency whatsoever right now. Oh my, what am I doing? Damn. We can start running in the wrong direction, boys. Oops. Here is the thing. I need a transmute. Preferably to get an amulet that gives me intelligence. That's not gonna happen. Which means that we're not getting Frostblink early. Dude, movement speed, but freaking A. Okay, we got entrance to the next level. We're doing this first. Transmute. Just give me intelligence, maybe? No. I got dexterity instead. Deeply unfortunate. Maybe this layout is going to be slightly less cursed. Okay, another transmute. Nope. It's one huge dead end. At least we hit level up. So getting born to fight before the crab is definitely decent. The last time I had iron rings, I don't have them now. I don't have it this time. Oh my. Okay, he didn't screw around this time. Alright, we do have Lapis Amulet. We're gonna put it in here. That allows me to get That allows me to get freaking nothing. Frostblink here. This guy goes away. I have a very nice axe, actually. Excellent, you would say. This axe is axing the right questions for sure. Okay, this run is a little bit better. We need a mana flask. What's up, Hayabi? Hello. How we doing? Preparing yourself for the league start.
Yeah, buddy! Lightweight!
Lightweight?
Yep! Woo! Yep! Ah!
And there it is. I'm not gonna get there in time. Yeah. Messed up my pathing. No, Spectral like kills Brutus and generally speaking is so much better early on. Damn it, I actually don't have, holy smokes. I actually don't have mana flask charges all this time. Give me some mana, dude. Give me some of that. Okay, this guy is definitely going to be too tanky for me to kill. Alright, this zone is freaking huge this time around. Leveling with Thunder, correct. Dude, I'm out of mana again. How is this possible? I mean, going back to town is not like a big deal. It's not a big deal while fighting Brutus, but... Iron Ring, not bad. Am I actually... No, I don't think so. My alchemy on Iron Ring? No way, that's worth it. New socket mechanic will make the leveling much better. Oh, this was a change that was long overdue. Absolutely fantastic change. It's mostly for... Look, this is a great change to like actually bring some of the new players maybe and like try to encourage people to try PoE. Because like a lot of new players are for sure scared big time about even like considering like trying Path of Exile because of, you know, a lot of clunkiness that this game has. This will change it a little bit. Pirate treasure. Changes like that will for sure bring new players into the game, and what I'm trying to say is that it's going in the right direction. I don't know how many new players potentially we're gonna have because of this change, but holy smokes, that's such a bad graveyard that I did. Legitimately might be faster from here, maybe. Yeah. What's up, boys? that was a long freeze. I have no mana. What do we do about this? 21 to 30. It's not even an upgrade. But there's another one though. What's up, Samo? Sunder. Can't use it yet though. Let's get this. This we're gonna keep. Bad news, boys. We're going in the wrong direction. I had a lot of, like, you know, dead ends this run. Very, very solid amount. Oh, there's a sapphire ring. You know what? Blacksmith strongbox. Okay. Kinda ZDPS, not gonna lie. Okay. The ending was much better. "24 minutes here. There was time for sure I could have saved. I know it. I know it, boys. There was time I could have saved. solid amount of time. Yeah, we got a wood splitter here. This wood splitter would have been nice if we're only going to get an essence or an alchemy orb. Bro, guys, did you see, like, sometimes I legitimately don't understand GG. Like, I'm dead freaking serious. Did you see the updated patch notes, what they did? Bro, they freaking giga buffed Winter Orb again. Let me ask a perfectly legitimate question. Freaking why? Why would you buff that again? Didn't it buff it like by, I don't know, 70% or something in the patch notes? Now we just got another 30% more damage for free? Why? Dude, this is so bad. Why not? Fair enough. I can't argue with that, I guess. Why not? Like, spells are, like, actually already, I think, better than... Well, I don't think that spells scale as hard as melee. But in the beginning and mid-game, spells are definitely freaking better. Now you might be asking, well, just play spells. Can you just make a spellcaster? No, I don't want to. Oh, dead end. I'll say we've been 4 hours 20 minutes. The run before was 5 hours 30 minutes. We shaved off 1 hour 10 minutes in a single run, bro. Freaking faker. What a beast. Look, I played this game for the longest time, doing absolutely casual, chill campaign runs, 6 to 7 hours. I'm dead serious. And like only recently I started thinking like, maybe that's not the way to play. Maybe that's a bad idea. And I started, you know, trying to like do it faster. I never thought I'm going to go below 4 hours, actually. I never thought it's gonna happen. But here we are. Well, that's better. It's not much better though. I love this. Man, I can't get a weapon. Who is gambling here? Who can gamble? Okay, I have a weapon. There we go. Okay, so we have weapon, boys. This level 16. Okay, one more. I have a red socket. I do in gloves. I really quickly need 2 green, 1 red combo. Please. I don't think I would have enough. Yeah, there we go. I don't think I have more gold for gambling, but I think that's all the gold we're gonna get for now. Ladies and gents. I feel like you randomizer deciding the buff and nerf. Nah, they're really trying to like push Winter Orb this league. Seems like. They're really trying to push it. Six hours every run with every build I try, no matter how hard I try. There are things, universal things definitely you can do to improve it. Just gotta try a little bit harder. I thought previously, when I started, that this is going to be freaking impossible. And it's not as bad as I thought. Okay, this chest is freaking huge, by the way. Triple red. I can put melee physical damage in there. The only problem I'm gonna need immediately after that I'm gonna need, well, I guess I'm just gonna do leap slam with, okay, you know what, I'm gonna do leap slam with faster attacks, no momentum. So be it, dude. Yo, I can't click on this sword. Please. Let me click on it. Magic number to me? Keep on practicing, my friend. I thought that too, and then I realized that there is a lot of small things there and there you can do to definitely shave off a lot of time. That helped tremendously. Probably shouldn't be getting attack speed first. I already went for it, so screw it. It's not gonna be better than my weapon. I very much doubt it. It's kind of decent, but these necromancers are so freaking tanky, actually, during the campaign. They're the tankiest monsters. 99% of the time, it's not worth it to kill them. And I still keep on doing that because, you know, I'm talented. If I go a new build every league, so I'm usually going slower because of that. Also, of course, there's like an archetypes that are way better and way worse for running campaign, right? That's definitely true. All right, can I get? I mean, these are the colors that I need, but ugh, it's gonna be freaking tough. I think I can forget about it for now. This red beast, I'm going to say thank you very much. I'll pass. Thanks, thanks. Thank you, kind sir. And not having momentum on Leap Slam just freaking blows, dude. It's a lot of attack speed we're constantly losing. Who need appropriate colors, right? Are you still going Jag? Yes. Did a video also on that. I think Jag is going to be pretty good. Well, Jag definitely is a character that's gonna like scale and not going to be like right off the bat immediately super strong. But just because he is undeniable and he's going to have like never gonna have any accuracy problems, just because of that, I think that Jag is going to be pretty good. Just because of this. I did experiments. We did some testing yesterday on stream, like running from tier 1 to tier 16 maps, and everything for the most part went pretty smoothly, I would say. Pretty smooth. Now I can do this contempt on this ring. Some stats. Not the best. Not the best, I'm gonna lie. Ichiru. This is not a great time we have right now, boys. But I think it's partially because we're just gaining... We don't really have great colors. I have 2 Leap Slams. Oh my lord. Bro, I've been using a wrong Leap Slam all this time. Bro, I had two leap slams. I've been using the wrong one all this time. Oh, kill me. I almost got the wrong freaking support gem. Where is the... Okay, Sunder is here. Sunder is here, so Intimidating Cry could go here, so I have open freaking helmet. So if we did Evasion Armor helmet... There we go. That's what I need. Leap Slam, faster, momentum. We're slow as ass, man. We're so slow. Am I? Not here, dude. Am I? My leap slam is much faster now. We lost a lot of time because the leap slam was not linked. I selected the wrong one. I didn't even know I had 2 leap slams on my gear. I had no clue, my dudes. I went from T1 to D2 elemental damage with attack support second in my static. Oh, do you know, by the way, about the tech on the static strike? Holy smokes, is this skill busted. The tech where you just do ambush and it snapshots for the entire duration of static, right? So you're gonna invest, I don't know, 1 cluster into duration. You're gonna have 6 seconds static, and every single time it's basically 100% crit with crit multi on top of that bonus. And this skill is so busted. I was even thinking about doing like an armor stacker, because armor stackers generally have absolutely no room for crit. I was thinking about doing armor stacker with replica Dream Feather. That's 5% crit chance. You're crit capped with this. Freaking balanced, question mark? It's gotta be balanced, right? Sounds pretty balanced to me. Do you make cold so much better than other elements, by the way? You probably do Tyrant Shiver, AG, just 30%. Yeah, I don't understand what they did with this, I'll be honest. I'm not 100% sure what happened. Like, they buffed Winter Orb so much. There's a lot of, you know, other big buffs too. I'm not saying that Winter Orb necessarily like, didn't deserve to like get like improved or something. Whatever, I'm not that really into spells. But it looked pretty alright to me before. Now it got buffed by like 70%, and then the updated patch notes, they did another 30% more damage buff on it. Like, excuse me? What skills get buffed by like 100% more damage in a single patch? You know what I mean? This run is awful. It's gonna be sub 50 minutes, Act 2, but I lost too much time because of the link, like I messed up my links. That's my fault. It's not RNG, that's just my fault. But screw it, let's just keep on going. Ruthless and ambush snapshot? Yeah, exactly. So busted. Beyond busted. There's still some mechanics in this game that are, you know, very abusable. Sometimes I wonder if GG leaves them out intentionally. Or do they just like, oh, this skill is, you know, kind of whatever, so we're gonna keep this interaction in the game. But whatever, guys, have fun. What level am I? 23. My level is good. Oh. Not this way, my friend. Also, do I have a green? I do. I need Blood Rage. Kind of forgot about that, dude. I need to buy it now. Really bad run for me. This is better than this one. Like literally tiny bit, I think. Okay, that's some good damage right there. Solid DPS. So I can start gathering ASAP as soon as I get to maps. Skill is also very strong. Rarely in PoE we have skills that deal so much damage as like basically single target skills. On top of that, it can get abused even more with Void Shockwave, right? It's really damn strong. Alright, below 48, Act 2. I mean, you know, I'm gonna be happy if I'm going to be doing Act 2 on a Sunder build, like below 45 minutes consistently. Then I'm going to be happy with this. That's not good enough. To be honest, I will try to swap this. Oh, I read that already. You're totally right, Casey, about the cold spells. This is such a massive buff, this keystone for cold spells. Does it make, guys, like keystones are supposed to have like big downside and a big upside, right? What is the freaking downside on a keystone that if you're using a cold spell and you can only do freaking cold damage, but then you have a 30% more damage multiplier? What's the freaking downside here, exactly? You can't get, like, cold as elemental, that's like freaking 2 or 3 sources of that stat in the game. That's it? That's the downside? Four-link? It's a 4-link. Not much I can do with it, though. I don't think. And I'm not saying like, alright, like Winter Orb players, whatever, play with an overpowered skill, 1 league, have fun. But please, man. Have some mercy, Triple G. Okay, I'm gonna get this. Ooh. What can I do with this really, though? Not freaking much. Hold on a second. You got something for me? Don't. Oh, that's a lot of resistance. Using Alchemy Orb on that was probably a mistake. I'll be looking to get a 4-link soon anyway. So... wasted resources. I can't click on this. Why am I click so bad? Is this because we're getting old, guys? It's freaking old age, that is. Oh no, I missed freaking one bust. Where is it? That's a disaster. Okay, that's interesting. I'm gonna guess it's maybe here. Yeah. No, not here. Not this way. I'm misclicking so much during this run. It's actually insane. Misclick after misclick. What's up, Joni? Sup? Misclick after misclick. Now I'm legitimately thinking about just like finishing this run. Maybe I'm going to like do like Act 3. I wasted like so far at least 5 minutes. At least. From the, you know, stuff that I can do better, right? I wasted a lot of time. For the time on misclicks, who cares? Yeah, but it still sucks. I did want to get my below 3 hours 30 minutes. This run, something tells me that's just not gonna happen. Unless I would get like insane weapon after insane weapon throughout the campaign, so I could like one-shot bosses. Then yeah, I could do it then. Still. But I was thinking about just dropping this run and going into POB. Doing some POB action. Oh, again, going the wrong direction. Okay. At least we got this quickly. .33 is good, but not necessary. I'm getting my runs under 5 hours, to be honest. Only time it matters is league start. But they ruin the long queue, screws you anyway. It's still better to have lower time, right? There's something cool about like trying to make your run as fast as possible. Maybe it's just me. It's like I used to do like I don't know if you knew, but I used to do like a mini speedruns, let's just say, of Mega Man when I was much younger. I was actually like only like 15 seconds behind the world record on Mega Man 3, I think. And it sounds like, you know, 15 seconds is quite a lot in a game that lasts for 30 minutes. But I was pretty good at it, and I freaking love to like run this game like over and over and over again. Just to like try to like shave off a little bit, like at least 1 second or something. You know what I mean? There is something fun about it, about speedrunning. There's something fun about it for sure. And in the grand scheme of things, of course, who freaking cares if you're gonna run, you know, if you're gonna do 3 hours 30 minutes or 4 hours 30 minutes. In most cases, it's completely irrelevant, right? Of course. That's the most disgusting dead end I've seen in this layout ever. Look at this. It's just a complete dead end here. Like, what? 1 hour in the temple is freaking disgusting, dude. I'll be like hour, I think 20 minutes maybe, act 3 with the lab. I mean, it's not disgusting, it's just we're definitely not beating our time with this run. Ain't gonna freaking happen, buddy boo. The servers were reliable. I would just lose my nerves with EU servers, man. Okay, admittedly, let's be fair here. The servers, sometimes we have issues, which, don't get me wrong, it's super frustrating, but GG had a history of very good league starts. I don't remember the last league start. The last one could have been kind of mid, kind of problematic. Not 100% sure. I remember last year a patch we couldn't kill the bandits because of the bug, and it was crashing non-stop. That's just one league, come on, man. Usually it's not that bad in this game. I've played games with way bigger problems. It's not even close. That's just one league that was insanely dogshit. When it comes to that. Hard stop for an hour in Act 2, I just went to sleep. It pisses me off too much. As would anybody, right? When the league starter you freaking want to play. It's like, I don't know. It kind of feels like older brother pulling the plug. Oh, you want to play? Not anymore, you freaking piece of shit. Can't play anymore, buddy. Arcanist. Another divine. Bro, you know what happened last run, right? We got freaking 2 divines in the campaign. I was freaking pissed off. Nah, I'm freaking done with this run. Skill piety, I'm freaking out. I don't know. I don't know why. Okay, so we are hour 5 minutes. Out of curiosity, I'm going to check on YouTube. Where was I at this point last time? Okay, show me. Videos. No, live. I have 2K. Okay, so last time. Last time at this point we were. If we're even gonna see. Bro, everything is so freaking broken. Divine your axe? Yeah, thanks for +2 DPS. Thank you so much. Come on, man! Is everything broken? Let me see, damn it! I don't know, bro. Oh, the time was so much better. Okay, so I did piety. 1 hour and 1 minute. 1 hour and 1 minute, that's what it was. So we were 4 minutes down here. Holy smokes. We were 4 minutes down. Just freaking whatever, right? But that's definitely wasn't like a run for the record. I'm just gonna freaking delete this character. Boom. Bada beam, bada boom. Maybe it's for the better because I kind of wanted to optimize the builds today, the Brutus and all that stuff. Maybe that's for the better actually. Any tips on how I can shave most time while leveling without just practicing? What's your time? Honestly, it's just hard to say right off the bat because I don't know how your runs look like. 4 hours, 30 minutes. That's still much better than most people. That's just slightly worse than me. Probably with like 0 practice. Yeah, that's really good. Probably, I don't know. Click faster, don't misclick. Get your Act 1. Just practice a little bit of Act 1. Act 1, like doing this setup when you get Frostblink quickly and all that stuff, is probably this is where you're gonna like get the biggest time save. Getting your links properly and all that stuff. This usually what you know takes the most time. But honestly, practicing this right now, especially if you're not a content creator, kind of is pointless because we're not gonna have that problem. We have all white sockets next patch. So what's the point? You know what I mean? So practicing this exact thing probably is pointless. Okay. Let's open POBs. Let's open POBs and let's try to do what I mentioned before. So basically trying to optimize this setup a little bit still. This is what? This is 150. Okay. This is the most expensive version. With Whispers of Doom. Not gonna lie, on this endgame, like, week 1 version, I would really like to get, like, close to 90 all res. And on paper, we could do that. We have 3 open flask slots here. All of them last for, like, 10 seconds, the resistance flasks. I mean, you know what? Let's just put them in there, out of curiosity. Magic flask. Let's put them in there. Utility. So we're gaining... Bada Beam Ruby Flask, Sapphire Flask, and Topaz Flask. Okay, all 3 of those. With basic flasks, our elemental max hit jumps up to 200,000 all of a sudden. These would have some gigantic duration, about 13 seconds, and you can use them twice. They're actually powerful freaking flasks, not gonna lie. But you need to use all 3 of them to, like, to make it make sense. Oh. To make it make sense, you need to use, like, 3 of them, right? These are powerful ass freaking flasks. You don't have life flask if you're using those. It kinda sucks. You know, we could get Giga Tanky with Mage Blood. But obviously I don't want to put Mage Blood here in a week 1 POB, basically. I can't wait to see what the bonuses that we're gonna get are going to be from these. I think I'm gonna drop the volume on the music a little bit. Drop it to 2. Or you know what? Let's change it to chill playlist, because I need to think. Let's change to a completely different playlist. I was thinking... I mean, Mage Blood. Wonder if we have some extra teasers. Wonder if we have some extra teasers since last time. Oh, someone got a fork. Great. Oh. Hold on a second. I think on PoEDB we have a new passive tree, right? Oh, there it is. I think on PoEDB we have new passive tree. Okay, so we have these notes over here. Cast speed, mana cost efficiency of spells, 3% int. There's a caster mastery. Bro, like, come on, man! And that's also 25% more damage for any lightning build. This is not just for spells. Now that I think about it, I guess that's a pretty big buff to, like, energy blades and stuff. That's just straight up 25% more, like, lightning damage, right? With volatility kind of busted. And if you can somehow get lucky hit, well, the luminary can get lucky hit, now that I think about it, from the amulet. So that's kind of crazy. This one is enemies chilled by your hits have damage taken increased by chill effect. That's so freaking disgusting. I don't know, these are just such a freaking massive boosts. And this one, you know what pissed me off? Like, if this one is obviously super strong also, but if this one was like actually like more fire damage or something like that, what's up, used? If this was actually like more fire damage, then I would say that I would like legitimately path in here to take this. That would be great on my Brutus build. but it's freaking Ignite instead, man. They had to freaking give us something freaking, oh man. Oh, new cluster here. It's kind of close to Sovereignty cluster. Oh, it's not that close. What do we got here? Increased cost efficiency, reservation efficiency 6% with cost efficiency, and here we have 8% with 20%. Oh, interesting. Then we have what? Okay, increased mana cost efficiency on these bad boys. Global accuracy rating got changed to increased accuracy rating. Okay. What's the difference? 40% global accuracy rating when you have at least one nearby ally, and 15% area. Bro, this node would have been so freaking crazy on for us on Juggernaut if it was like a different condition. I wish we could be our own ally, but we're not. So that sucks. And fanaticism, by the way, is in next patch is like legitimately one of the strongest notables of all classes. If you're using shield charge, if you're doing any like attack speed scaling whatsoever on the passive tree, you have this buff up permanently, 100% uptime. No, without the shadow of doubt, 100% uptime on this. That's freaking. This buff is freaking insane, dude. Pop one golem. Nah, they're just gonna keep on dying and. I mean, there are other good anointments too, right? It's not like it's the only one. Okay, here we have bloodlines. Hold up a second. Here we have bloodlines, boys. The Velka bloodline. Increase cold damage. Trigger level 20 Surging Torrent when you cast an elemental spell. Drop Brine Ground while moving, lasting 4 seconds. Brine Ground has 3% increased effect of lightning and cold elements on them. Have 25% reduced armor and evasion. Ice and Brine Ground gain 10% of physical damage as extra cold and extra lightning. Huh. This is not horrible for. This is not for spellcasters necessarily. Torrent rushes upwards after a short delay, dealing damage in area while leaving Brine Ground. Well, nah, okay, nah, never mind. I mean, it's gonna be way more consistent if you're using elemental spells. So I take it back. Which kinda sucks. I guess in order to have it on like a melee build, you have to move every 4 seconds against bosses. Or like, nah, it's way too clunky, I think. Cold resistance effect of cold ailments. Inflicts barnacles on nearby enemies every second. Enemies affected by barnacles convert 5% physical to cold and have 5% increased duration of chill and freeze on them. Lasts 30 seconds and can be afflicted up to 10 times. 30 seconds? What is this freaking duration, dude? What? Person physical to cold and have 5% increased duration. I'm gonna change this light. Hold on a second. Okay. It's too bright in here for me. Wow. I mean, for 2 passive points. Yeah, 50% fist to cold from enemies. If you're using Chaos Binding, that's basically you convert any. I mean, of course, it's not like super handy in. Because they get 5% every second, right? So, like, usually when you die in this game, let's be honest, you just freaking instantly die. And the full conversion is after 10 seconds, so, like, I don't know. And the increased duration of chill and freeze is so whatever. I don't know about that. Drowning Domain when allocated. 30% damage over time taken by enemies within the drowning domain is inflicted as brine rot. Enemies lose life equal to stored brine rot when they leave the drowning domain. It's basically 30% damage multiplier on damage over time, but it's going to be kind of clunky to sometimes to probably get that. To actually proc this. It's hard to say what I think about this one. Abyssal Bloodline. Increased totem damage, totem life. Reduced effect of curses on you. Oh, come on, man. That was actually the interesting one. The small node was reduced effect of curses on you. I'm kind of curious what that is. Damn it. Increased damage, totem damage. I'm not reading totems, I'm sorry. Gaze of the Lich. So, debuff expiry rate 15% is the small node. And then you get, well, you have at least 3 searching eye jewels to get it. Socketed. Targets affected by Maim you inflict cannot deal critical strikes. Maim you inflict causes hits against the target to have 20% more critical strike chance. Wow! That's kinda crazy for 2 points. 3 searching eye jewels, which are admittedly for some builds that's gonna be like some power loss, but not necessarily that much because abyssal jewels also got buffed. And if you have 3 allocated and a source of maim on hit, which is easy to get, is super easy, you're basically crit immune, and you have 20% more crit strike chance? For 2 points? I mean, that kind of sounds good to me. Because if you're doing these bloodlines ascendancies, that means that the last 2 points you have are already pretty garbage for you, probably. They're not that impactful. So getting wow, that's not bad. I don't think that's bad at all. That's pretty potent. Like, you go from 80% crit chance to 96 with this, for example. Or from like 60% to 72. That's pretty potent. Damn, that's good. 3 searching eye jewels, though, you're forced to take. One of these jewels, I'm assuming you can also get Maim on hit, if I remember correctly. So that would kind of solve the problem with Maim. Well, you have 3 hypnotic eye jewels, socketed. Arcane Surge also grants 20% damage taken recouped as mana to you, and 20% increased mana cost efficiency. Okay, here's the thing. These don't sound like incredibly impressive, but they would be probably, this actually is probably pretty strong when you scale Arcane Surge effect. You could get like insane amount of Arcane Surge effect, right? On the tree and on Abyssal Jewels, on the Cluster Jewels and stuff like that. If you scale that to, I don't know, 60% recoup and 60% mana reservation efficiency, then you get the mana regen and cast speed. Pretty strong, dude. Also, not horrible. The recoup obviously would be really good for like Mind Over Matter builds. That's actually pretty good, this one. Also, when you have at least 3 Ghastly Eye Jewels, the Unholy Might you grant also causes targets damage to penetrate 10% chaos resistance. Unholy Might you grant also applies 20% increased effect of Withered. Oh my lord, but you need to get 3 Ghastly Eye Jewels. But I mean, let's just say that on this Juggernaut, right? Let's just say that we're not taking Untiring, so we lose regeneration, but we gain these modifiers, actually. So it's 10% chaos penetration with attacks. That's not how attacks penetrate. Attacks penetrate 10% chaos resistance. What is wrong with this weapon? Like, freaking A, man. That it says that it works still, but it doesn't work. You know, screw it. I'm gonna do it differently. And how hard is it to do this? Damage penetrates. Okay. Damage penetrates 10% chaos resistance. Okay, there we go. And on top of that, we have what? From this thing? 20% increased effect of withered. I mean, this node is like almost 20% more damage, bro. For us. The penalty, it's almost 20% more damage, but we're forced to use 3 ghastly eye jewels. They're mostly for minions. That's disgusting. That's disgusting, my friends. It's like, I don't know about that. The damage boost is fine, though. It's kind of nice. Oh, and this one is not here. Come on, man. Murderous Gaze of the Lich. You know the saddest part about this? Like this one and this one, these two, I think are the most excuse me. This one and this one are probably the most interesting ones. Because this one is for like straight up weapons. This is for like attacks, right? Murderous eye jewel. And this is, the small node is reduced effect of curses on you. I'm really curious what that is. That's deeply unfortunate. Actually deeply unfortunate, boys. Big shame. Bigshame.com. Indeed. Alright. That's all we're gonna do with this. Alright, so on paper, we could do triple flasks, right? To increase our tankiness. How much would I gain by getting... Probably not much, but I'm going to test it out anyway. Silver flask. Silver flask is 5% more damage for us. Be probably better to get onslaught from a different source at this point. Better to get onslaught somewhere else. I'm reverting from the spell side, Lamau. Yo, what happened? Coming to the bright side of Brutus for league start? What happened? What caused you to convert? What's up, ooh? Connor build tempted me, not gonna lie. Oh, I think I saw him doing like some spell shenanigans also. The only problem is very expensive. I gotta be honest. Okay, let me find this. I gotta be completely honest. I saw a Connor's video. I think that... Let me see it. I think that this POB, his like the most expensive POB, is padded a little bit. Let me take a look at this, right? So this is his POB, right? 650 million Shaper DPS, some like crazy max hit and fizz, which is sure, whatever, right? The Immortal Call uptime is very long, so it's fine. Probably not all of these things are going to be enabled, but, you know, whatever. I'm also not sure where he's getting 15% less from. Damage taken from hits is leached as life during effect. Was it because, like, because of this? Cinder Swallow? Ignited by you, take 7% increased damage. Recover 3% life when you kill him in your effect. I'm not sure. He said it's close to 7 to 10 mirror for final version. Yeah, that's quite expensive. I mean, looking at this gear, I don't know, this weapon probably wouldn't be like that absurdly expensive. This would be like a couple hundred divines to craft, I think. It's also a swap, by the way. For the... yeah, I know. Replica Albor... okay, that's freaking... Okay, corruption like that is probably going... Holy smokes, that's a perfect... like a perfect 10 out of 10 volatile vol orb, I think. Maybe perfect is 1 to 97, I'm not sure. Holy smokes, that would be expensive. This one is like a mirror. This leak probably is gonna be about around the mirror, an amulet like this. Hell, look like that is not even going to exist. Yeah, it's not gonna exist. They're gonna get nerfed, and this doesn't exist either. So I mean, let's just take a look, right? Just real fast. So cord belt. Let's remove basically the anointment. I mean, a belt like that is... okay, you know what? Let's just put like a hunter. To make it easier, just put like a hunter belt in there. I don't know, let's do heavy belts. With elder influence. Just as a showcase, right? Attributes, strength, life, and something here, whatever, chaos resistance. And something here like armor, whatever. It's not important. Okay, let's give him 10% life, and let's do catalyst attributes, right? Something like this. That would be closer, right? That's one thing. And the second thing is that you don't have this anymore. This league, you don't have these. He said he will use Mage Blood because of rare belt nerf. With silver and quicksilver, because he said shield charge feels weird without them. Oh, so... no, but this is going to be like super expensive version of his build, and this is going to be with Mage Blood? So what, Mage Blood and Progenesis as a last flask? Or something? How much strength would he lose if he actually used Mage Blood? Oh, freak me. Okay, that's a lot. He would probably like drop actually to, assuming that he wouldn't have like permanent wither stacks, which he probably wouldn't. And I don't think he would have in Valdos frenzy charges up either. And 30 rage. I'm not sure where he gets rage generation from. But like including all that stuff, like he would actually drop DPS quite. The DPS would drop quite freaking hard. Not gonna lie, it would drop quite hard. The damage is overkill anyway, just as quality of life. Oh, of course. But for like the hardest Valdos, the damage is still a good thing to have. So anyway, what about if we like try to sub-allergy? What if we try to like work today on the Inquisitor from 3.28? What if we try to do something with this guy? You know, he faced a feared ghosted at the start without any endurance, and he tanked it. No, his build is definitely like his build pretty much has like vast majority of defensive layers that you can have in this game. So we're talking 90, obviously Sublime, 90 fire, so he's immune to lightning and cold penetration. Not immune to fire penetration, but that's about it. Well, I'm assuming that on this build, one thing cocks him really hard, which is thieves, things that remove flask effect. He's losing freaking big time here. And then if he's not on, if he doesn't have Immortal Call up either, then that's even worse. Wait, where is this? It's still really tanky, but obviously, but yeah. This league start isn't optimal at all. It's around 130 diffs for 20 million DPS. Yeah, I mean, I've seen his builds for a long time, and generally speaking, how our builds look like, that my build, when it comes to strength stacking, is way better for early game, for like, I don't know, first week, let's just say, and then his build takes over, right? With enough investment and more currency, his build is designed for late game, and my build is designed to like farm everything quickly, farm U-bursts, farm any like, you know, the regular content in the game, and then go from there, right? Just swap to something else. Trump amount of diffs. Because this replica Alberon setup here, this is Paradoxica, couple Divines, this is a rare freaking shield, this is literally 1 chaos, this is Crown of Ice without nothing, this is Iron Fortress 6 link, forget +1, couple divs for gloves. Replica Alberons, whatever, how much it's gonna cost, 40 divines, 50 divines, whatever, right? This is like 10 divines. 2 helicals early on, they're cheap. They're gonna be more expensive this league. But 2 helicals, and like this is gonna be like 5 divs. And like this build is 100 divs. This version, which we're gonna try to get to this version, week 1, is 100 divs. And it's 145 million shaper DPS. You know what I mean? Same items for League Starter, by the way. He just has some expensive jewels. Same items for League Start. That's like double his DPS, same survivability. I think he's tankier, if I remember correctly. I think he's tankier. The thing is that I could just like slap triple resistance flasks, a Ruby, Sapphire, and Topaz, and get to like 87 all res, and then I could literally slap Sappho's. I mean, look what we could do on paper. Flask, utility. I don't like to have conditional defenses, but for mapping and softcore, generally speaking, this is not bad at all. So I might actually spec into that. So we have this, and then I can just like put in Sappho's frame here. Sappho's frame probably not a great example, but I can, for example, change one of the suffixes on all of these jewels to plus res to get +2% maximum. No, +2% to all maximum resistances, and then get +1 from somewhere else. I don't freaking know this. And all of a sudden we're sitting at 236 elemental. And that's really freaking good. FF jewels, these are not going to be the cheapest ones, most likely. But they're not mandatory. Like, you could do something completely different if you wanted to. Hell, if I dropped these FF jewels completely and put in their regular jewels, that's like 15% less damage in total. It's not that big of a deal. But this is week 1. The goal is to get to this point week 1, right? That's the goal in this build. The goal is to get to this week 1. Hopefully we can. Kind of want to optimize it further, man. The biggest difference is that he's using a reverse sword as a jug. I think that on cheaper budgets, Paradoxica is really, really good on cheaper budgets. If you don't want to like spend hundreds of freaking divines and still have a build that's gonna clear everything, then yeah. So I don't inform you that I woke up today to find my hidden shrine to you within a corner of our walk-in closet. Due to this, we are now getting a divorce. Oh damn. Mistakes were made. my condolences. The river is that expensive to craft? I mean, the rare items are always going to be more expensive than something that you just grab from the market for 5 divines, right? And since usually in his PvPs you have like basically 6 mod items, and every mod kind of hurts, then yeah. Losing a single mod kind of hurts. That's why, you know, on this like lower budget PvPs, he is like, you know, 3, 4, 5 times less damage, right? GC Blade Flurry is using Paradoxica. You know, of course, however, he does make me watch your NASA's YouTube videos at night when I want to watch a movie. I haven't uploaded in quite some time, so tell him that, you know, watching old uncle at this point is just not it. It's better to watch a movie. Tell him that I said that. Stop watching my freaking videos, dude. That's what I said. The major one is endurance charge and melee stun, and the rest are crafted mods. Do you have the POB? I'm going to go over it. Well, long story short, boys, how do we freaking improve? I mean, we could have Misted Helicals, right? But Misted Helicals... Wait, what happened to Brutus? Why Paradoxica? Oh, nothing happened. This is just a Paradoxica Replica Alberon swap after, like, you know, DM on Twitch. Oh, just send the link in the on the Twitch in the chat. On Twitch, it's the links are not blocked, so clip that and send to him. No worries. There you go. The problem solved. I don't want to be the reason, guys, to ruin your, you know, you ruin your time together. You're forced to freaking watch shitty ass NASA's videos. You know what I mean? A very mediocre player to begin with, as myself. So this is what's this budget? Level 98. What is this budget? River Sword, endurance, and then more attack damage. Bada beam, bada boom. I mean, crafting something like that cannot be that bad, right? It cannot be that bad. Let's be honest. Crown of Ice with +2 AoE should be fine, because you can get +2 aura also, so that's whatever. Iron Fortress 6 link, +2 additional nearby enemies. That's probably going to be costly, but I doubt that would cost more than 10 divines. Well, gloves like these could cost a little bit more than 10 divines, but not that much more. Replica Alberons, as I said, probably like 50 or 40. This amulet, I don't think it's going to be particularly hard to craft something like that. 2 cogworks. They're still much cheaper than helicals, right? But these are not cheap rings, for sure. These two. They're not going to be particularly cheap. Stygian, getting something like that shouldn't be too bad. And Sin's Rebirth, Roomies. 2 split personalities. Balance of Terror should be 5 to 10 divs. Bound by Destiny is probably going to be like 15 div. Actually, I don't know. I don't remember. And Lethal Pride. How good is this Pride? Maximum Fortification. Fire Resistance. % Strength. 10% Strength. Shouldn't be too bad either. 130 divs? That seems about right. That's probably around 130 divs. The max hit without flasks, still good, 230. Unholy Might from Sin's Rebirth. Okay. You're not getting 15 stacks, buddy. Unless... Okay, Withering Step. Do you have like 100% uptime on Withering Step? Like, can you actually like get like 15... Can you get all these Wither stacks all the time, pretty much with Withering Step? Mana cost craft is gone. How is mana looking without that? I've never used mana cost craft on my Brutus build. Never. Because I usually keep decent amount of mana left over here for number 1, for basically number 1 is tincture, number 2 to be a comfy. So usually on my builds I have 20 to 25% unreserved. And my build has mana leech from Crown of Ice, so mana is never ever a problem. Ever. On top of that, you can use inspiration, totally fine support to use, instead of, you know, one of the support to lose a little bit of damage. And then you get even less mana problems. I mean, you didn't have mana problems before that anyway. Before inspiration anyway, so. Oh, the static strike on counter, how he does with mana. I mean, the problem... Okay, on static strike of Gathering Lightning, you are forced to attack all the time. So it's 150 mana cost per second. I guess just Crown of Ice, still. That should be enough. That should be enough, to be honest. That should be enough. Wait, no. He does have non-channeling skills have -7 total mana cost. This craft still exists, right? Or did they remove it also? That ability feels Warden's Smite, no? Now, Static Strike of Gathering Lightning is good, but like personally, I'm not like the most insane fan, like the biggest fan. It's a good ability though, for sure. It is a good ability, without a shadow of doubt. There's a lot of, like with all the stacks, it has like a very good damage multiplier, like over 700% damage multiplier on the skill, 740. That's literally the same as Smite of Divine Judgment. It's a very good multiplier. The only difference is that this skill you need to charge to full stacks in order to get that bonus permanently, and Smite of Divine Judgment you need to position yourself. That's the difference. Oh, this is the mana cost is gone. I don't think that's good. You know, the mana cost, you can even do these 2 points and you're kind of freaking done with mana costs. You're not done, but this would help a lot. These 2 points here. He said he abuses for the Maven. So when there is 3 bosses plus together, he does 5 times damage or something because of chains. But that's how this skill works. And if there is, like, for example, 3 bosses next to you... But when do you have 3 bosses next to each other? Just for the Maven, not invitation, for the destructive play, right? You can spawn, like, one beam is going to chain to the other, and then you're shooting beam from the other also to the other bosses, and it's kind of like shotguns. This skill. Really? Oh, maybe. That's what he mentioned. I didn't test that. I mean, he played. I think he played with this last league, so he would probably know at this point, right? I haven't played with this skill myself. That being said, we could test it, boys. Because I'm freaking on standard here. We could freaking test it, fellas. Why not? Static of gathering lightning. Supported by a level 1 life leech. Supported by level 1 cold penetration. You know what? It's freaking standard, dude. Who cares? Give that to me. 35 divines for that. Tornado shot fires additional secondary projectile. 1 mirror. You know, that actually would be expensive, I think. Alright, so we have pulverize, fire penetration, sunder, ruthless. So pulverize is out. Sunder is out. And ruthless is out, I think. And critical damage and fire penetration are fine. Wed goes in. And inspiration goes in. That's probably what would happen. Let's run like a tier 16, right? Doesn't have to have any modifiers. It's fine. This is a perfect map because you have 2 bosses in here. It's exactly what we need. The only problem is that we don't have ancestral call. We need that, not gonna lie. We need that ancestral call, bro. I should have. Okay, there we go. So what we're gonna lose? Inspiration, let's just say. Oh, so you're still gaining 1 stack per attack. Okay. Good XP. Anyone timed how long did it take us to kill this boss? What was that? About 8 seconds or something? About 8 seconds, I would say. Right? Let's swap back to a regular Sunder. Ruthless and elemental damage, Sunder, Ruthless. Okay, there we go. Let's run this map again, just without anything, right? This time with Sunder. Admittedly, Sunder is 2 levels lower and doesn't have quality. So for the comparison, I wonder if I have Sunder here. It's level 2020 from the past. I don't. Let's give it quality at least to increase the area. Came back, just was in the washroom. But I'll need to show you one more time in that case. Well, like the static strike of of Gathering Lightning, we killed the bosses in about, I don't know, 8 seconds or something. About that much. But this Sunder is like -2 levels though. Also, I'm kind of curious how other Sunder, like Transfigured Gem, would work. Transfigured Gem 1, that's one, and then we have Sunder of Farthus. I don't know how these two compare to the regular one. I think I killed them a little bit faster with... I mean, I'm going to run one more. No, I'm doing this also for myself. I'm kind of curious if this is how it works. Okay. Static, Fire Pen, Greater Ancestral Call, Elemental Damage, Increased Critical Strikes. A tier 16 map. Some tier 16 maps. Let's do it again. Do it again, actually. No delirium. I feel like you kind of need freaking chain support with this skill. No way you need to make it clear a little bit better. Clear's alright, but I don't think it clears as good as, for example, Smite. Okay, let's do this. Oh. We got that dude. Okay. Kill them pretty quickly. He might be right. He might be right. I think it does chain off of other bosses. I think he's right. So when you have like a bigger density, like more than one boss, like 2 or 3 or something, then I think you're going to be doing actually more damage because it's going to chain off of each other. So that's actually not bad at all. I'm not going to lie. This skill is pretty good. Greater Ancestral, yeah, I'm using that right now too. But this skill is pretty good for that, for sure. I think it falls off a little bit later, but for that itself, it's definitely pretty good. I wonder how Smite would feel at this point. I have a Smite over here. Nope. Smite of Divine Judgment, level 19. Drop it for Sunder. And I'm actually going to use this Greater Ancestral Call right now. And we're going to draw... No, we're fine. Oh, no multi-strike? Sure, whatever. I freaking love this skill. The single target is definitely going to be worse. With Greater Ancestral Call, instead of that's definitely going to be worse. 100%. Bro, we're gonna be zooming. We're gonna be zooming big time. Yeah. To make this skill feel good, you cannot use Greater Ancestral Call for sure. It would need like higher attack speed. So you need to, in order for Smite to do single target, you need to be able to position yourself fast enough to do double hit. So you need that. At a blast last time I played in Mercenary League, farming your Blight strat. Finger crossed you'll find a similarly fun strat this time. All the endgame farms nerfed, looking grim. We're going to be looking. I think that there's a few no-brainers. I think that Abyss is going to be great. I doubt they're going to ship it being shitty. I very much doubt that. Number 2, I think that Abyss, not Abyss, Legion is going to be borderline busted. A lot of people will be farming Legion. Legion will have a lot of jackpot items. Like, for example, Indigon with Crown of There is so many very strong combos that you can get from Legion. Legion is definitely going to be good. I don't doubt that. And then I think the leak mechanic also will be able to be juiced like really hard. On top of that, we can give Blight a try again, and maybe we can do something to make it good. I don't freaking know. But I think they nerfed Blight too hard. Would you bother making a swap for bosses? It's a one button at the end. But swapping for what? Just like literally for Smite? Or like something that's gonna have higher DPS than Smite? The thing is that Smite already has very high damage effectiveness, like very, very high. The only problem with Smite is that it doesn't do that much damage if you're using it with Greater Ancestral Call. I'm going to show you something perhaps very shocking. I'm going to drop Ancestral Call. I'm going to put instead, I don't know, Inspiration in here for some damage, right? When I put Inspiration, there are better supports, but let's just do Inspiration. I mean, I could do multi-strike. I could do multi-strike, I guess. I definitely should have that here, as plenty of those. So multi-strike. I'll show you something shocking. Let's respect 3 points. Let's get rid of. Let's get rid of. What will be the least painful? Oh! I don't even need these with Smite. They don't really do much. So there you go. An additional point. I don't know. Drop some life for now. And we're gonna put this thing in here. And we're gonna get +1. You wanna see some tech, boys? I mean tech. Probably a lot of you know about that. But Smite doesn't require much to make it work nicely. That's why Smite is so freaking good to play. For AK-47, no, the attack speed is not gonna be that good, but what I did is we literally have +1 strikes, and Smite of Divine Judgment with this amount already works totally fine. And you know why? Because when you use Vol Smite for 8 seconds, the way it works is for 8 seconds you get additional, basically +1 Ancestral Call. That's what Vol Smite does. So even with +1 to strikes, even technically without +1 on gloves, if you don't have currency for that, Smite of Divine Judgment can already clear better than most skills. Like, legitimately. This Vol Smite at this point is a one button, you clear the entire screen with it, and then for 8 seconds you have additional clear on your regular Smite. All of that on a skill with like 800% damage multiplier. If you're doing the double hit, right? And damage in tier 16 all of a sudden would be much better. But I would be so fucking pissed if I got something expensive in here. From this seer. That would be so deeply upsetting, my friends. I'm telling you right now. What are other skills, like high damage multiplier skills, that we can give it a try and like actually give it a shot? I just have some here. Bro, Infernal Blow? Infernal Blow? I haven't played this skill in such a long time. Molten Strike? I remember there's always martial prowess pain in the butt because of inflation. Martial prowess, it's pretty expensive notable. Because there's 3 notables only you can get on suffix. It's martial prowess and there's 2 shitty ones. That's why martial prowess is... Oh. Melee splash support. You know what? Let's give Infernal Blow a try. This skill doesn't have a bad damage multiplier. And on top of that, with quality, it straight up gains more damage. So, it's not like a horrible skill to use. So we have Fire Pen here, elemental damage with attacks, Infernal Blow, crit, and multi-strike on it? I guess so. And then we would need... Damn it. We would need a 6-link. We'd need a 6-link to begin with. +1 is not going to be enough. I don't think so. Melee Splash on this skill would be freaking mandatory, period. So we would need 4 passive points. Okay, I can do it this way. We spec these 4. Get Melee Splash. And get greater this. Yeah, I think this is a must-have. And good news, in the future you wouldn't need that anymore, but honestly that's debatable. Because Greater Ancestor Call has 40% further away. 50% if it's level 4. So that's freaking insane, right? That's actually insane. So it's kind of mandatory on strike skills, most of them at least. It's not mandatory on Smite because Smite has insane detection radius anyway. I mean, these pops sound pretty fun and stuff, but pops are fun. I mean, this skill kinda clears. I wonder how it would look like with Awakened Melee Splash. I mean, at this point, what's What's the point of using Awakened Melee Splash? I think that the support is kind of shitty. Generally speaking. Oh, that's a tanky. Adaptive resistances, okay. I don't know why I did that, why I used this. Okay, so the bosses. Chapman looks a lot better for the investment. I think so. I think so too. I kind of want to go Molten Strike. But Molten Strike would require me to like change my armor completely. You know, for old time's sake, Molten Strike, shenanigans, boys. Let's give it a try. This thing, bada beam, Molten Shell, Molten Strike is here. Level 2023. Volcanic Fissure also in here. Alright, so what do we need with Molten Strike? Multi-strike for sure. We need Greater Ancestral Call. We need Proj. We need multiple projectiles. And also, we would need Point Blank. And we would need, this is useless. Oh, that's gonna be rough. Okay, 8 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need one more. But this is, on Molten Strike, this is mandatory. It's not like it's optional or something. It's not, really. It's 30% more damage. Point to Blanco. And then we would need, do I have greater multiple projectiles? I have Awakened even. Alright, I'm getting that. Fine. Holy smokes, I have Awakened. But it's gotta be ass without Nimbus. This gotta be garbage without Nimbus, man. It just has to be. I do have Nimbus, but here. But Judgment, didn't that need Nimbus? Nimbus is double DPS? It is. And Nimbus is literally double DPS on Molten Strike. You know, this doesn't even look as bad as I thought, legitimately. Getting carried by greater ancestral call, I think. But this is with Awakened GMP, so the damage single target. Yeah. Without Nimbus, the single target is, I mean, I'm missing most of the balls, right? Most of the freaking balls miss. That's the problem with Molten Strike. Most of the balls will just straight up miss, my friends. Lightning penetration, infernal blow, assassin's mark. What else do we got in here? It's kind of a shame that we don't have awakened fire pen anymore. Yeah, these are almost all supports. Dabru Strike. Double strike with the boys. Bro, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna freaking... I'm gonna give this a try. Double strike with the boys. Molten strike goes goodbye. So for double strike we need this and we need this. And we can do wed. I guess that's fine. I'm gonna respec back all of these freaking points. What do you mean I need more dexterity? Oh, okay. Fair enough. Melee splash? Bro, give me even a +1 strike again. Give me even more, dude. There we go. Bro, the tooltip is kind of GG. It seems still going to be Smite of Divine Judgment with Brutus, Paradox, Circle, Burns. No, for my build, of course. But I just, out of curiosity, testing different abilities, how they feel. I always like this skill. It's a very simple skill, but very fun to use. A single target with the boys is actually going to be pretty high, I think. The melee splash doesn't do that much though. I was hoping it's gonna feel better. Maybe we need explosions also for the skill to feel good. Carnage Heart, that would be a nice drop on the league start. Not gonna lie. Raise RNG, we can get something similar. Do I have the correct... Hold on a second. Multi-strike, LE, Greater Ancestor Call, Double Strike, Crit. I mean, I do. I don't have these 3 points though, which was a mistake. Not taking these, for sure. It's a big mistake. Actually, big damage loss. Okay. Bro, say whatever you... say whatever you want. The boys don't freaking screw around, man. The boys don't screw around. Bro, this is with like 20 chaos DP. This is 20 chaos budget. Well, minus freaking this, obviously, right? It's minus this. You know what? Actually, do the correct DPS. That is... I have 270,000 now. And with these 3 points, plus 20% more damage. The boys don't screw around, man. Like, I'm telling you, like, people sometimes sleep on the skill because it's like so whatever. It's just like, it's kind of like heavy strike, right? It's basically heavy strike. It just has different mechanics. Chance to cause bleeding and 20% chance to deal Dabru against bleeding enemies. That's what it gets. Now, it's going to be 30% more damage against the bleeding enemies. Next patch. Here's the thing. On this build, I don't think I even make anyone bleed. Because... Well, never mind. I'm still doing physical damage. Never mind. So I can't make people bleed. Okay, so we did get this bonus, actually. Hold on, let me take a look. Let me take a look at dual strike. Double strike, rather. So what are the other options? This is this one, and the other one is double strike of momentum. Oh. So this one is 400% multiplier. This one is 200, so 2 times less, but it gains 16% attack speed per stage. This would be hitting even faster, man. Like, actually, this generally would be hitting harder in total. Be kind of fun, not gonna lie. And what could you know what you could support this with? You could support it with trauma support on some builds. Use this with trauma for like 30 attacks per second. You get 200 trauma stacks for like, I don't know, how much per stack? 10 to 17 added damage. Bro, like if you're actually attacking 30 times a second with this skill on an accuracy stacking juggernaut with giga attack speed, you will be gaining like freaking 3000 flat fizz damage with trauma support. And on top of that, you could be gaining like infinite amount of recovery. Like actually infinite amount of recovery with untiring. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool, not gonna lie. That's kind of cool. And on top of that, you could use like a mace that gives you double damage against chilled enemies as a multiplier, because you don't care about flat damage in your weapon, because you're gaining like freaking 3k from trauma alone. What's the base duration on that? The base duration is 7 seconds. So you can get 10 seconds just with one cluster on the passive tree. If you would be continuously attacking, that would be even more stacks, now that I think about it. You can also get this skill at level 21. That would be even more flat damage. It gains 1 flat damage every level. Bro, what could you do in this game to actually increase the level of supports by a lot? So if you could like increase the level of this to like level 30 or something, 14 to 24 per stack, what the hell? Lowest track of ambidexterity. I haven't tested that yet. I mean, eventually at certain amount of stack, I mean, even on level 20, let's just say 21, corrupted one, right? You're taking 160 damage per trauma stack, bro, like, at 100 stacks, that's 17k every time you use a skill. That's a little bit too much, I think. You'll be doing some giga armor stacking to make this work. Some giga armor stack. Bro, okay, guys, hear me out. What if we did armor stacking and accuracy stacking juggernaut at the same time? So we're scaling aura effect to get like as much accuracy from precision, and then we're trying to get jewels with accuracy and all that, get like, I don't know, 500% or 400% attack speed. And then you're armor stacking using replica. Ah, you can't do that. Only axes, maces, scepters, or staves. Can't do that with replica Dreamfeather. That would be kind of cool build, Brad. You'll be getting like freaking 4,000 flat fizz from this, and 10,000% damage from replica Dreamfeather. That'd be kind of cool. That'd be kind of cool. and then you would be Juggernaut. So you have literally every frame with this level of trauma stacks, every frame you recover back to full HP. Like, literally, every frame. If something doesn't kill you in a single frame, you're full. That'll be kind of fun. I'm gonna lie. So I think this heals you like, I don't know how many server ticks there are. I think like 30 or something. Is that how PoE works? So like you'll be getting healed to full 30 times a second. If that's how it works in PoE 1. But that'll be kind of funny. But it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work with Replica Dreamfeather. You know when this would work? Last event on Behemoth, because Behemoth gets Replica Dreamfeather for free. So he would actually do this tech, and he would put the mace that gives him double damage against shield enemies. Holy smokes, bro! I'll be like this, legitimately the strongest build that this game has ever seen. Like fully min-maxed, like to the absolute full. Wonder if I have dual strike of ambidexterity here. Double strike, dual strike. Yeah, I do. Look at that. We would need to use a different weapon. I need to get another Brutus, I think. No, that doesn't make any sense. We would need to get like a super fast weapon in the offhand. You know what? Out of curiosity, let's freaking do it, dude. Let's do it. I just need a fast weapon. And I know I do have a fast weapon somewhere here. Surely. Ichimonji 1.88. Faster. Oh, mercenary items. Faster. Oh, Fidelitas. 2.02. That's good enough. That will do it. Crap! It's Resolute Technique. It's corrupted also. Oh, there we go. That's even better. I have Legacy Brightbeak, boys, with 50% increased attack speed. There we go. That's pretty freaking fast, if I say so myself. Okay, how hard it's gonna be to get 3 different colors? Come on, man! one blue and 1 green. There we go. Melee weakness. I'm not gonna be capped on the res now, though. That kind of sucks. Okay. Give me one reason why I can't use it. Attacks with both weapons, dealing the damage. It requires dual wielding 2 different melee weapon types to use. Wait, Scepter and Mace count as the same weapon type? The frick you mean? Damn it, man. That's freaking crazy. Well, that's freaking out of the question, then. Hold on, I'm just making sure. Yeah, apparently they are different weapon types. What a bunch of freaking baloney. Fine, I'm doing Fidelitas. Fidelitas Spike. It's also a pretty fast weapon. But we need to do sockets. 3 Sockteronis. And at least 1 blue. There we go. I'm not res cap now, damn it, man. 65, 59. I know what, we're probably gonna survive. Probably. Like the sound effects. Actually, you can hear the freaking... You can hear the swing right there, man. You can actually hear it. Do. I don't think that's gonna be stronger single target than the boys. Nah. You know, the thing with this skill is that you need clusters to start abusing this skill, really. Without clusters, it's not the same. Them on such a shitty budgets were pretty fast. Tell me, guys, that we're not fast. Now, when it comes to the bosses, though, do. Yeah, it's we're kind of lacking damage, boys. Oh my lord, I forgot, dude. We are freaking resolute technique. Oh no. Alright, we need a different weapon then. I forgot about that, man. We need a different weapon in that case. I gotta have like something fast in here, right? I have to have something fast. Holy smokes, there's so many items here. So many freaking items. I gotta have something fast, right? This is out of the question in that case. Okay, you know what? This Corsair sword. 196. Let's do it. 196. On top of that, I can craft spell damage on it. And this should transfer, actually, to my other weapon. That's kind of cool tech with Brutus, though. Because with Brutus, with Crown of Ice, you can have spell damage on your weapon. Like a fast weapon with spell damage. It also counts as a stat stick at the same time. Even though you're not hitting with it, like, technically. Right? Oh, you're doing damage with both weapons at the same time, though. Well, anyway. Okay, I increased the tooltip by a lot. Not gonna lie, double strike with the boys. It's kinda cracked, dude, when it comes to how much damage you can do with this. Okay, now we're doing way better damage. Is it crazy? It's not. Now it's working. I started thinking about not using judgment when I saw the boys. I mean, let's test the boys one more time. Do I have the same setup? Everything is the same, right? I literally just swapped the gem. I'm pretty sure that's correct. Honestly, I would probably want even more passive points to get this cluster over here, but, you know, whatever. Boom. This is with this atrocious freaking shield here also. Shield is so bad. Okay, this weapon is over here. I have another brute. What? Oh, it's a crucible tree. Bro, Brutus with 2 attacks per second. Damn. Okay, that's pretty cool. Forgot how fun Crucible was. Alright, multi-strike, LA damage, greater than Scissor Call, double strike, critical damage. Okay, we're good. Let's go, the boys. Keep in mind, this is still the same budget. It's still the same character, literally. It's still 30 chaos minus greater ancestral call, obviously. I actually don't know how much this costs early on. I have no clue. Oh, and we didn't get precision in either. There we go. Like, you know what? Like, against tankier bosses, the boys are gonna go away, and eventually you're gonna... I mean, when you have boys up, like, boys just freaking just do all the work, man. Holy smokes. Some good single target damage on 20 chaos budget. Not gonna lie. The best part, like, actually you could... Okay, I take it back. Like, this support is mandatory. You cannot replace that because of... You know, that's why we're doing a lot of single target with this, because the double strike mechanics normally are just freaking ass. So bad. What about how this would feel like if I had like melee splash in here? Melee splash. I think I have awakened melee splash somewhere. There we go. But this is awakened. Is this the same as greater? Is it literally the same gem? I don't want to buy right now. Instead of wed, let's just say. I have no damage supports anymore. And then we don't need this anymore. Get this. Still +1. And let's get crit multi. There we go. The thing is, in early league, the most suffering is single target. That's true. That is true. Okay, with awakened melee splash, I need to check what greater melee splash. Melee splash support. Wait. What's the melee splash called? That's the greater version. What is it called, boys? They didn't just remove it, right? No freaking way. Greater Support. Greater support. Oh, come on, man. It's not even here either. POEDB, maybe? Melee splash. Awakened melee splash. I'm looking for freaking greater, dude. Is it actually, like, gone? There is awakened melee only, no? Yeah, but awakened gems don't exist anymore. They're called greater now. They don't exist anymore. Did they just remove that from the game completely? No way. Bro, I'm gonna read the patch notes from last league, bro. Oh! Let's find out. Support gem changes. Greater version supports no longer work alongside non-greater versions. No, I mean, but I mean, I can't find it anywhere. List of awakened support gems. List of exceptional support gems. Greater multi-strike. Greater ancestral call. Dude, it's gone from the game. It's literally gone. They removed it. What? Why? Maybe because nobody freaking used that thing ever. I think it's just legitimately gone from the game. I'll be honest with you. I don't think... Okay, it's gonna be on the trade site, right? No, also not. I'm so lost. Melee splash. It's gone. It doesn't exist anymore. So you have to take just this mastery over here, I think. I kind of like freaking... I kind of like this skill though. Now the fun part about Brutus build is that you can use literally any skill you want. And it doesn't matter. Let's go, boys. I mean, dude, tell you what, like, I don't know. Like, this is with Awakened Melee Splash and Awakened Greater Ancestral Call support. So we have two supports that don't give you any damage. On a 5 link. I don't freaking know, man. And next patch, this skill gains 10% more damage from that, from quality also. I don't know, dudes. Wouldn't you use Smite buff with the dual strike? Nah, the Smite buff is super mini skill. We're gonna be gaining a lot of... It's probably a waste of time. It's probably a waste of time. You know what? Vol double strike of momentum. How expensive is gonna be? Is that gonna be on standard? 20, 15 divines. Sounds perfect to me. Let's see, let's give this a try. The cheap price of 15 divines. I always freaking love this skill. This skill scales incredibly freaking hard with life on hit also. Which is fun. There we go. don't know if it works with multi-strike though. I really don't. So just put it fire pen in here instead. Because the content from next league is mostly trash mobs, judgment is gonna be better. Dude, like all of a sudden I started thinking about many options. But for this skill to work really well, you need to have more base attack speed to get these stacks like insanely fast. I don't think that's gonna work great for us. Here. I doubt it. Yeah, with this amount of attack speed, it's gonna feel kind of clunky. But once you get 10 stacks, though, damn. Yo, this guy is knocking me back. I'm losing my stacks. It's actually BS. Worse than before? It's a little bit different because this one is giving you next league 16% more attack speed per stage, and it has 10 stages. So it like at 10 stages it hits like 2.6 times faster. That's the multiplier, right? But to make it work really well, you need to have like a lot of attack speed. I think this is when it feels better. Holy hammers! No, I'm not playing with that. Smite of Divine Judgment. Oh my, it's 2120 Smite of Divine Judgment. Bro, that's freaking expensive. That would be. You know, I need to check in POB. I actually need to check in POB here. So the Sunder has like 700,000 DPS, right? Something like that. Smite would have, in comparison, with Smite I would need to drop this and add these points somewhere else. I don't know, whatever. Anywhere. And Smite in comparison does over 1 million, but that's without Ancestral Call. Okay, what about Vol Double Strike? Fire Pen, crit damage. We would need to have Ancestral Call, but no Melee Splash. Melee Splash we would put points ourselves. Even Ruthless you could do. Okay, so this one is 670, but here's the thing. Okay, this one is 750,000. I mean, definitely with the boys hits way harder than yeah, one boy is 100,000. So basically at this point this skill hits for 1.1 million, bro. This if you have the boys up, this hits 2 times harder than Sunder, like legitimately 2 times harder with Ancestral Call. Wow. Even hits harder than Smite with the boys. If you have them up. The duration is what on this skill? 6 seconds. Oh, and here's the funniest part. If you apply bleed, which you do, is enemy bleeding? Where's bleed, damn it? Moving, full life, blind, ignite, shock, intimidated, crushed. Bro, where is it? Where is the freaking bleed? Am I blind? I've no idea. But if enemy is bleeding, you have next patch 30% chance to deal double damage. So 30% more damage, basically. Bro, like, Vol's double strike hits like a freaking truck, dude. Like, what the hell? That's unironically 1.6 million damage without any bullshit. No charges, no flasks, no nothing. On a 20 chaos budget. Like with 20 C items. Wow. Am I not missing anything? I mean, bro, let's... Am I coping or something? Double strike. Let's do this setup. Melee splash gone. Let's put in damage here. Let's put damage. So Great Ancestral Call. I mean, this is mandatory, right? This is the problem. Let's put Wed in here. Let's put Wed. Let's do the respec. This is gone. This 1 point is gone. Sure, let's do this. Let's do this. Sounds about right. On top of that, these are melee damage nodes, so they're not completely useless, actually. And we have strike range from this node also. That's actually pretty good. Okay, let's test it one more time. Here is the thing. I'm gonna tell you in a second. But there is one thing that sucks about this. Oh, no, hold on. Multi-strike. Multi-strike instead of that. I think it's gonna be better. Is it gonna be better? I think it will be. Instead of Wed, no? I think so. The clear is kinda like assy. It's not horrible, but still make up with the speed on Juggernaut, right? It would be nice to like play this as Chieftain and have explosions. You know which ones I'm talking about. I mean, these numbers, guys, are not cope. This is literally how much damage these guys do. They're not cope at all. We killed them in 5 seconds. Would you put in a 6 link? Is there something to improve clear much? I don't think so. Apart from like, I don't know. There is no other ways to like get more strike range or something like that. Explosions maybe somewhere. I don't know. Melee strike range would improve that by a lot? I doubt it, right? Melee strike range. I mean, we have this already. We have this. There is melee strike range here. There is melee skills have 10% increased area of effect. Would that work? don't think so. Plus 3 meters in melee strike range here. There isn't much, man. Apart from you can use the boys also to help you with clear, right? But I legitimately think that this number is not bait. Like, this is how much more damage double strike does, unironically. That's freaking insane. That's actually insane. But here is the problem I wanted to talk about before. The chance to cause bleeding, like in the later version of the build, that doesn't work. Because you're using Zov's blood, so you're doing 0 physical damage. If you're doing 0 physical damage, you can't inflict bleeding. So this damage bonus is gone. Long story short. This 30% more damage bonus is gone. Something freaking... Hold on a second. Okay, let's do it on my late game version with this. Instead of Vol Smite, this is 145 million Shaper DPS. Right? 145 million Shaper DPS. Let's put freaking Vol Double Strike in here. I didn't have any greater skills there, so I'm not gonna put them in there either. Multi-strike. Avoid manipulation. Let's just say this. Bro, this skill actually hits like a truck, bro. But the clear would be still shit. And also I would need these 4 passive points for melee splash. It's mandatory. This skill hits so freaking hard. Really hard. And with the boys, that's 167 million Shaper DPS with the boys here. What the hell, dude? Alternative for Zov, the Chaos Replica, no? Yeah, but with this skill, you also do 0 damage. You also do 0 physical damage, so either way, you're not doing that. No, it's not double, it's just like a little bit more. This one is 167, this one is 145, so... And this skill doesn't need... This skill clears way better, right? Like, way better. I mean, let me show you the comparison, right? Let me show you the comparison. So that was this. And that's going to be... I need different colors again. Chest with 6 whites would be nice. No chromes. I'm running so many maps, dude. They're all the testing back to Smite. No, I just want... Oh, crap. I trolled. I need to respec the passive tree again. So we don't need this anymore, obviously. We don't need this anymore. Damn, so many passive points all of a sudden. I'm gonna put them in. Am I missing like important points somewhere or something? Did I respect something important? Yeah, I still have 3 passives. Whatever. I guess we leveled up since I started playing this character today, so. Look how this ability clears, right? The single target is definitely lower. Dude, I don't freaking know anymore. Oh, you know what? What's the funniest part? Like, this actually is like 145 or something, right? 145 here. I had the wrong jewels. I changed from... this critical strike multiplier with lightning skills wouldn't be useful anymore. So on top of that, we were missing damage here to make things even more funny. We probably missed around 10% more damage or something. If we did this cluster on top of that, I mean, bro, I don't know. I don't understand why this skill hits so freaking hard. What's the damage multiplier? What's the damage multiplier on this skill? 410? Okay. That makes more sense. $410? But like on paper it's still like not that much, right? Like when this skill like becomes really strong is with the boys, because the boys is like 40% more damage for this skill. No, it's not 40% more damage. It's double damage for 6 seconds. Yo, boys were... Was I calculating the damage from the boys wrong all this freaking time? Oh, I get it. It's because they don't work with some of the supports. Okay. That's why the damage was lower. Okay, that makes more sense. But I mean, spawning 4 clones is literally double damage. Like, literally. Exactly double damage. Spawning 4 of those guys. For 6 seconds. We could scale it with duration to like 10 or something. Pretty easily. You can summon 8? No, maximum is 4. No, I mean, it says 8 here, but I don't know how you're supposed to spawn 8. You would need to do some shenanigans with Hateforge, I think, or something like that. Because, I mean, that would be... With Hateforge, that would be kind of freaking insane, not gonna lie. Because that would be with 8 clones permanently, basically. That would be triple damage on double strike. This will be legitimately one of the, if not the hardest freaking skill in the game. Well, no, it wouldn't be the hardest hitting, but it would be very high up there. Like, very high. Mm-hmm. Let's try to find really high damage multiplier skills, boys. That's not Zenith or Heavy Strike of Fartis because they require two-handed weapons, right? So obviously we're not doing that. Bone Shatter is completely pointless. Cleave, when dual wielding, deals 60% from each weapon combined. Out of curiosity, I'm gonna take a look at what are cleave options here. Cleave of Rage. So Cleave of Rage is literally the same thing, but instead it scales with Rage, and it gains Rage on hit also. Okay. Other than that, it's the same. Oh, it requires a sword and an axe. Okay, just forget about it. This works with swords and axes anyway. Okay, forget about it. Conk Path, no. Glacial Hammer. How did it come to the point where all of a sudden we started thinking about using different skill than Smite, guys? I don't get it. How do we come to this point? I mean, this freaking thing hits like a truck, bro. It really does. But why does it show, hold on, Vol double strike, right? Vol double strike. The Vol is 3 million right now. This one is 19. Why? Why? It's 4 times less, not 6. This one has 107% attack damage multiplier. This one has 430. Why is it 6 times less? Am I freaking missing something? Boys are at fault. Just wanted to ask if you ever tried anything other than Smite to play mid-late game. No, of course, in the past I played many different skills. But, what the hell is this? A crit multiplier. Wait, what? Crit multiplier? My crit multiplier is only 285 all of a sudden? How the hell? Okay. Alright, let's change this to change this Viridian Jewel from lightning skills, crit multi, to crit multi, two-handers. Okay, here's the problem. We don't have another crit multi stat in here. So we would need to legitimately take something else. There aren't too many great options. Aren't too many great options. I'm not gonna lie. Crit multi would be the best by far. I don't know, it's just attack speed. I know, dude. Yeah, it's 6.5 times more damage. I don't understand why. Legitimately don't get why. If anyone gets that, freaking let me know. Okay, let's do close combat. You know what? Close combat, I guess, does make sense. Oh, I can't use close combat. No, never mind. I can't use close combat. I'm using a sword now. I'm using a sword now, I forgot. I'm not using a scepter anymore. Okay, there we go. Not using a scepter anymore. Trauma support? No. Can't use trauma with swords to begin with. Like, without multi-strike... Okay, that doesn't do anything for the boys, which does make sense. But every other support does work. I am so lost as to why the boys do 6 times less damage, when here on the tooltip it says that they do 4 times less damage. I don't freaking get it. Is it because of what? Charges? Nope, they still get the bonuses from charges. What, wither stacks? Nope. Rage? Nope. They inherit all my stats. Freaking all of them. Bleed? No, but like, I don't think that bleed is included. I'm really not sure if bleed is enemy bleeding. I'm so lost. And now, if enemy is bleeding, I should be gaining double damage also. 20% chance to deal double damage. And that in PoB also doesn't work. I'm so lost. What if I drop replica Alberans? Bleed DPS. If is the enemy bleeding? Yes, and it still doesn't work. Doesn't change anything. But like no, it's not. I really don't think that you can apply bleed regardless. I really don't think you can apply bleed if you're if you don't do fizz damage, any fizz damage at all. I really don't think so. Unless we try to do like a different, you know, apply it from like a different source, but I don't know. But I mean, I'll tell you what, this skill hits freaking harder than Smite. It does hit harder than Smite. It hits really freaking hard. Like, if the tooltip, I don't know what's going on here, like legitimately, but if the tooltip would work better... What the hell? What the actual hell? I mean, that's... like, with 4 clones from the boys, apparently that's a 345 million Shaper DPS right now. Apparently that's what it is. We need to experiment with this skill later on, like legitimately. I need to experiment with it. Because, you know, if we were able to apply the bleed source, that's 30% chance to deal double damage. Chance to deal double damage against bleeding enemies. And that doesn't work for some reason. I am so lost. Why doesn't that work? What's causing this? If that's the case, it would have been used in Vowels before, no? No, I mean Zenith still hits harder. But these are the numbers that are getting really close to Heavy Strike of Fartis. And this skill doesn't require a weapon, a two-handed weapon, right? Which is a, you know, boost in my opinion. Well, you could argue. I don't understand why, like, all of a sudden now this line also doesn't work. Like, Chance to deal double damage. I don't understand. I legitimately don't understand. Deal no elemental damage, okay. I don't understand. I don't know what's causing this. I don't know why this line in POB all of a sudden doesn't work. Well, let's just say that it worked, right? And we could apply that. Bro, this skill is just... what the hell? Will Trauma Bone Shatter work instead of Smite? Less AoE, but should be more damage? There's no way that Bone Shatter is going to be doing more damage. No shot. This is 145 million Shaper DPS. Oh, I can't even use it on this POB. Hold on. Okay, so this is 50 million Shaper DPS. And then you need here, you need... well... you wouldn't need Ancestral Call, because you'll be getting +2 from here. But you need Melee Splash, you need to waste 4 points here. And this is on max stacks. Like, always max stacks. So, So the real damage is definitely not that. You know what I mean? And you lose insane amount of AoE with Bone Shatter. Complex Trauma stacks, you get too squishy. But with Complex Trauma, you need to balance it out. But here's the thing: Bone Shatter, I guess, has Hydra Sphere. Bone Shatter has the Hydra Sphere tech, right? When I think you're hitting twice the enemy or something. So that would be pretty strong, I guess. That'd be pretty powerful. Let's do Vol, Double Strike. Actually here. With this setup. No, I mean, this skill hits like a truck or what? I don't know, man. Bro, is it actually like a time where we can think about replacing Smite for something else? I'm freaking lost at this point. I don't know. Say, okay, look, but see, look at this bullshit. Here in this stat over here, this here I'm doing 10 times less damage, but on hit from the boys is literally 4 times less, just as the tooltip says. Okay, multi-strike doesn't work on them. Fine, just drop it. Do something else. I don't freaking care. Ruthless. Okay, it's 4 times less. So why is the tooltip 6.5 times less? I don't get it, man. Why? It's the same attack speed, the same more multiply. It's the same everything. It's literally identical. Why? Oh, I'm clicking the wrong thing. 2.289. Okay, they're attacking less often. Why? Why are they attacking less often? Any chance it's freaking undeniable? No. Undeniable works just fine. They do inherit my stats. Just fine. I have no clue what's causing this. I haven't the slightest clue. Oh, here's the thing. This skill, I do believe... Can it get blood and sand? Does it work on that? No, it doesn't. It's not AoE. Okay. What about flasks? Nope. Still the same. I don't get it. I don't get it legitimately. Oh, also, okay, I messed things up. Hold on. It says 33 million Shaper DPS here with the boys also. But this was on the 5 link, actually. That's my bad. I take it back. This smite here was on the 5 link. Because the last link here was the new support that gives us max effect shock basically. So the damage on smite actually is good. It's very good. But that doesn't explain why here the damage on the boys is once again freaking higher. That doesn't explain that. That does make me slightly confused. Thanks for the guide. Definitely league starting this tomorrow in 2 days. But yes. Unless it's Thursday for you. Would you say can you fit Mageblood into the endgame variant? Absolutely. Mageblood is going to... Well, you're not really going to lose a lot of damage with Mageblood. And you can make yourself like very easy... You can very easily get 90 all res and more defenses. With 90 all res and like, you know... capping your chaos resistance and then specking into a little bit more armor maybe, like getting like 30k, you're like super tanky, and you're gonna be even faster. You can, for example, get the onslaught flask here also, so you're definitely going to easily cap your crit with this as well. Yeah, absolutely you can. 100%. This damage is overkill anyway here. The damage is big time overkill. Gets even better with Mageblood. You actually drop the support here. You don't need this anymore. You're gonna be crit capped without this, so you can add additional support after that. So Mageblood, if anything, I think Mageblood is actually the best in slot here, late game, for this build. It's probably best in slot, as a matter of fact. Probably is. The higher budget POB doesn't have the new shock support, that's why I know. Nah, but that doesn't affect the boys in any way, shape, or form. Like, boys inherit like all of your stats. I'm just trying to figure out why POB shows 6.5 times less damage on the boys in every freaking single variant, instead of 4 times less damage as the gem says. Even in this data over here, this information here, the damage that they say it's 4 times less. Period. It's exactly 4 times less. But here it shows that it's 6.5 times less. I don't get it. I really don't. That's why the smite is keeping it in the lower budget. No, but you would have this shock on every single skill. It doesn't matter. Because the shock doesn't come from lightning damage. The shock comes from the fact that on our build we have this mastery. And this with the support would mean that we would be doing max effect shocks because we're chilling. So this doesn't come from the skill we're using. This comes from the build. So with any skill in the game, you would have that. Any skill you want to use, you would have that. We would have these shocks. Well, with the fast hitting skills that don't hit as hard, your effectiveness would be definitely lower. Smite hits pretty hard, so the effectiveness of it will be increased with the support. Yes. Yep. We don't know the numbers though. They're probably gonna update. They're gonna probably show some numbers today finally, because we had very little teasers, to be honest, since we had almost no teasers. They didn't tease like any unique items. They didn't tease almost anything. So few things so far they've shown. Let's do Sunder one more time. Pulverize, crit, fire pen, multi-strike. Nope. This one. What about the passive tree? Okay, the rest is fine. I mean, Sunder is legitimately fine, dude. I'll tell you what. I'm not 100% sure if I wouldn't want to use the boys instead of Sunder at this point with melee splash. I'm not 100% sure. The damage here is... Sunder is doo-doo. Having to extra invest in targets or a splash. True, but what can you do, right? If the skill still hits really hard. Okay, you know what? Let's do the setup that we would be able to do at this point on our budget. Right? Literally do what we would be able to do at this budget. Which means that no greater Ancestral Call, just a regular one. Yeah, just a regular one. double strike. It's 2020, but you know what? Whatever. That's the least important part. And regular ancestral call. I mean, I don't have regular ancestor call. There's no freaking way I have it. And on one clone, this is not doable. I need to buy Ancestral Call. Every time you start debating the dual strike, you see the boss. That's true, I can't argue with that. Ancestral Call, this is going to be level 14. This gets the quality. Yeah, this is absolutely mandatory to get 20% quality in here. We can get 20% quality from Labyrinth. And then another 10%, it will be 22% further away from the gem socket. And that will be absolutely mandatory, by the way. So Ancestral Call, Elemental Damage, Fire Pen, and what? No multi-strike? No multi-strike, let's just say. The boys would be stronger with this. The boys actually benefit from not having multi-strike. Let's do that. We have plenty of supports we could put in the last slot. All of them are 30% damage or more. So there's a lot of supports you can do. I'm gonna cringe playing this. This is going to be tiring, guys. Without greater, it's gonna be tiring, man. I'm gonna tire. Single target, sure, but I'm gonna get tired quickly. AoE is just like so pitiful. But the single target is cool. Oh, rip. Final build. The single target is cool. Just put greater. Anyone knows how expensive greater is at the start of the league? First of all, it's obviously not gonna happen day one. Tell you that much. It's not gonna happen day one, right? Because they're just not gonna be on the market. And after that, I'm freaking playing Smite, so... Smite still does a lot of single target and clears one of the best clearing melee skills in the game. Period. With greater, it does feel better. 100%. I mean, killing tier 16 bosses in 5 seconds on a 20 chaos budget, I mean, that's freaking something, man. That's something for sure. Alright, I'll keep on thinking about it, boys. I'll keep on thinking about it. We'll see how things will progress, right? But, like, we can't use this all the time. Because we're gonna lose the bonus from quality. And that double damage is going to be wasted later. When we have Zov's Blood, and then on the other build we have Replica Alberons. This is not gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna be better than Smite at this point. I really don't think so. But with this burst of damage, don't go lie, this skill freaking hits really hard. I'll give it to you. But yeah. Aren't using the boys in the clear though. I tried a few times, but they're just like keep on running. They're not like that good for clear, to be honest. Can you explain why the Gamaho Ascendancy is useful? Because I don't seem to understand. Gamaho Ascendancy? This is insane. This means that every single jewel that you have over here, this jewel in this blue radius, every single node here within this blue radius, and within this blue radius, and within this blue radius, and within radius of any freaking jewel on the tree, gets +4 flat strength bonus. This node is freaking insane for strength stackers. Absolutely crazy. Like that's like I'll give you an example, right? This is this jewel over here. It's a rare jewel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and this is not even like the best spot. And this jewel gains 32 flat strength additional because it's within the range of 8 passive points. This one is even better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, something like 12 or 13. So literally this jewel gives you additional 48 or 52 flat strength. It's insane. So this gives you a lot of strength in total. Like massive amount. Alright boys, I'm going to call it a day. We're going to come back tomorrow. Guess I'm gonna keep on optimizing this. Would you swap for a aspect of Carnage later? Most definitely not. It's just a little bit more damage for more squishiness. I don't think it's worth it. This one is probably the best. But aspect of Carnage is not good. It's not bad either. Alright, so take care boys. Thank you very much for watching. God bless my friend. Coming back tomorrow and obviously on Friday in 2 days. I kinda can't wait. League start. But I need to do some work in POB off stream. I need to do some work. So take care fellas. See you tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye bye.